You wake up tired even after sleeping. Not just tired, heavy. Like something is already waiting for you before your feet hit the floor. You tell yourself it's nothing, just another day, just stress. But deep down, you know this feeling because it's been following you. You start the morning with good intentions. You really do. But somehow the day slips. Minutes turn into scrolling. Plans turn into later, and later quietly becomes tomorrow. You're not falling apart loudly. You're fading quietly. You forget things you used to care about. Prayer feels rushed or postponed. Your patience is thinner than it used to be. Small things irritate you. Big things don't move you anymore. You keep telling yourself you'll get back on track. After this week, after this season, after life slows down. But it never does. You feel distracted, but not entertained. Busy, but not fulfilled. Exhausted, but you can't explain why. And the worst part? You blame yourself for it. You wonder if you've become lazy, undisciplined, weak. But you're not lazy. You're worn down. Every day feels like pushing against something invisible, like resistance without a face. You try to focus and your mind drifts. You try to pray and your thoughts scatter. You try to rest and guilt creeps in. Nothing dramatic, nothing obvious, just enough pressure to keep you stuck. That's how it works. Not with chaos, but with comfort. Not with destruction, but with delay. You still function, you still smile, you still show up, but you don't move forward. You live in routine, safe, predictable, muted. You keep choosing what's easy over what's right, not because you want to, but because it's quiet and familiar. Distraction becomes your refuge, noise becomes your shelter, and silence feels uncomfortable now. You feel a pull to something more, a deeper life, a sharper version of yourself. But every time you get close, something interrupts. A notification, a thought, an excuse that sounds reasonable. You say tomorrow like it's a promise, but it's starting to sound like a trap. You feel conviction, but not enough movement. You feel called, but not aligned. And slowly, without realizing it, you start shrinking your expectations of yourself. You stop asking for more. You stop believing change is urgent, not because you gave up, but because you're tired of fighting something you can't see. And here's the truth. This isn't about motivation. This is about identity. This is about a quiet war over who you become when no one is watching. The resistance you feel isn't random. It's targeted. Because nothing threatens darkness like a disciplined life. Not discipline as punishment, discipline as self-respect. Discipline is choosing what you said you wanted, even when the feeling disappears. It's waking up and deciding your mind doesn't get to run the day unchecked. It's realizing that peace doesn't come from comfort. It comes from order. The attack isn't loud. It's subtle. It whispers, rest a little more. Skip it today. It won't matter. And it's convincing because it sounds kind, but it steals your edge. It blurs your vision. It keeps you dependent on feelings instead of anchored in truth. You don't need more inspiration. You need alignment. Because every time you choose discipline, you reclaim control. Every time you say no to distraction, you say yes to clarity. Discipline isn't restriction, it's freedom. Freedom from mood, freedom from impulse, freedom from being dragged by every thought that passes through your head. When you lack discipline, everything feels heavy. When you have it, life simplifies. Not easier, clearer. And that's why the fight feels intense right now. Because you're close to becoming someone you haven't met yet. Someone stronger, someone grounded, someone who doesn't negotiate with delay. The discomfort you feel isn't a sign you're failing. It's a sign you're resisting the drift.
So the question isn't whether you're under attack. It's this: will you keep calling it tiredness, or will you finally stand up and choose who you are becoming today?